Margie.
Hi, Paula. It's great to see you.
It's good to see you. So, thanks for doing this little quick interview. Um, yeah, you're somebody who's taken paint medicine and more than once.
Two
And
times, yeah.
yeah, and I know that it's been that you've gotten something out of it. So, I wanted to just have you come on and talk a little bit about your experience with it, what it has been like for you and what you remember about it, what came up for you as you were doing it. Well, maybe not that, but that's a personal
Okay.
thing, but more
Yeah.
like, how it has helped you or how it's made a difference in your life. So what do you think? I'll let you just start talking about it to start, and I'm asking some more questions as you go.
Well, one of the first words that comes to mind when you were asking me was the word permission. And working with you and the way that you work with us, um, I started to give myself more permission to let things flow rather than overthink and try to control what's coming out, and constantly asking myself, is that going to work? Is that good? Is that over the years has become a big problem for me, not just in my art, but in my life, because it stifles me. And so with painting the way we do, and you keep encouraging us not to do those things, I've been gave myself so much more permission to let what was in here out, to listen to other parts of myself instead of my mind and instead of my the critic that's always gnawing at me. So that was it was really hard at first, but I was with it for a couple months until we took a summer break, and it helped me a lot. Just also in my life, not just the painting, but in thinking, okay, look, here I am doing it again. Just instead of just be still for a moment and ask myself, what needs to go on that paper? Or what is this person I'm dealing with? What do I think they might really be feeling? So it's given me that permission to slow it down and stop listening to those other voices long enough to hear my own.
Oh my gosh. That's like the best testimonial ever. That's awesome. That's awesome, Margie. Yeah. Thank you for that. So yeah, what would you tell somebody who's a little curious about this and not quite sure if they want to do it or if they're a little nervous or something like that? What would you say to somebody who's
The
thinking
first thing I would say is this is not about making good art. And you got to get that out of your head right now. And you'll have to tell yourself that 50,000 more times. Also, you're very, very creative. And one of my things I hate in this world is how the creativity is drummed out of us at school. But everyone's so creative. And so many people even say to me, I'm just not creative. They are. But when we get into your class, then you find out how creative you really, really are, because you get rid of those voices that are telling you, don't do this, don't do that. Red doesn't go with this. What do you think you're doing anyway? Those voices move aside and you find, oh, I am so much more creative, so much more imaginative. And then there's so much more going on in me that I didn't even know about. That's the really fun part. I do a lot of prompt writing and free writing, and that's what I've been doing that for 20 years, and I'm still stunned at what is inside of me that I don't even know about when I let go and let it go. So I would tell people that this is a class about letting go, and you're going to have so much fun. Oh, it's so fun.
Oh, thanks, Margie. That's great. That's really great advice for somebody. Yeah. And you also, so you're a writer and you're also an artist, correct? In your
Yes.
daily, in your life. And
Yes.
so how has it created, like what's happened for you in your own work from doing the paint medicine? Has anything come through?
Yes. Now, not necessarily in my writing. Um, but of course, like I said earlier, in my own life, a sense of loosening up and stopping with all the shackles I put on myself. But in my art, and this, I didn't even realize this till this morning, but I have started a series of paintings that I've been working on. I started them after I started working with you. I didn't even see that they were related until this morning when I was thinking about that you and I were going to talk. But I have a series going that I am more excited about than anything I have done in 30 freaking years. And there's so much energy for me behind it that I have always 3 of these paintings going at one time. And I've finished 8 of them. And the way I'm doing it now is so different, Paula. I'm saying, because everything I do, I know every artist is like this. I always find the faults with it, even when it's done, even if I like it. Oh, but I should have done. And so I used to always go, well, put that in the pile. Don't ever let anyone see that. Or, you know, show your husband or your friends and then put it in the pile. But now I say, I should have made that brighter, whatever. And I go, okay, fine, on to the next one. And then I frame it up and it's done and I still love it. I have never felt that way before. Like I can have something wrong with it, not wrong. I can have something I'm not happy with in every painting. And I'm just going, okay, well, I learn from it and I move on. I used to always let it stop me and say, well, there's proof that fill in the blank, whatever's wrong with you. So it has, I believe one of the main reasons I am in this new series that I'm doing is because of the loosening up I was able to do in your classes.
Yay!
That's incredible.
Yay, Margie. Yeah, that is incredible.
If you remember, I came in, I was in quite an emotional crisis and it was really hard for me at first. And then the second time around, a little bit easier, you know, to let go and just let it flow and follow your directions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Oh,
it's been incredibly helpful.
great. Great. Well, we call it the predictable miracle. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The other thing I would say to somebody new, I would say it to myself too. You've said it, we all say it, but you got to say it all the time. Don't get caught up in what any of this looks like. And I even was cleaning out the house and I looked at the pieces that we did and I decided to let some of them go. They weren't important to me anymore. And that felt good. And then I decided to keep some of them, not because they were so precious. That's another thing I do. Oh, this is so precious. No, just I want to keep this because it still speaks to me. I'm letting this go because I was able to process out what I was feeling and I'm done with it. And that felt really good too, being able to just let go like that. There's a theme here, right? Letting go for me.
There's a theme.
Yeah, letting go of trying to control the outcome. Like
That's what it's about.
For me, the biggest lesson in life, right? I let go of trying to control the outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's about. I mean, that's what a lot of it's about, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Margie. Is there anything else you wanted to say before we finish?
That I can't wait to be in the position to take time-wise to take another class with you because it's such a joy.
Oh.
And I leave, every time I would leave, I would just feel so uplifted and more vibrant and alive again and just grateful.
Mm.
And I saw that with everyone in class.
Yeah.
A lot of us would come in there like, oh, I'm in oh, I'm not feeling good, blah, 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 blah. And then we would just leave so fulfilled and alive.
Yep. It keeps you coming back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for you, Paula, for
Oh, thank you.
for the world, the world needs you.
Thank you. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a work. This is the work I love, and this is what I want to spread. And and I appreciate when people are willing to come and try, just like you, and really just put your whole self in, just like you did, going for it, and then seeing like how it's helped you in your life and in your art and all the things that you've done. So I appreciate that.
You're so welcome, Paula.
Yay. Great. All right. I'm going to stop the recording.